what other limitations they had? Brands had limitations, how they can help and work together. I think it is important. So we'll take forward the discussion in a much deeper and a much stronger level. After it is time, I don't know. Price in Euro. Answer and the price of okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I must say, like our Lieutenant Sir said, as handsome as you are, you've delivered a very wonderful speech, sir. Thank you once again. Now, we will head to the most awaited period of this program, which is a short tea break. I believe all of you must be tired sitting more than half an hour if you all are like me. So we will proceed with a short tea break, 10 minutes break. After that, we'll come back again for a quiz competition.
This comes with a simple message from Reserve Bank of India that never share your OTP, PIN, CVV, password, etc. So this is the prize that you will be winning. So if UKHRUL is ready, then we can start the quiz. Are you ready? So there are simple questions about Reserve Bank of India and other financial things. So the first one is this. Who is the first governor of Reserve Bank of India? Anybody can answer. Somebody is on Google. So I'll give the first answer. No, don't worry. It is Dr. Osborne-Smith. He was the first Reserve Bank governor. When Reserve Bank was established in 1935, he was the first Governor of Reserve Bank of India. Now this should be simple. Who is the present Governor of Reserve Bank of India? Yes, somebody has raised hand. Give her a big hand. It is Sri Shaktikant Das, the signature that you see on the notes. Who was the first Indian governor of Reserve Bank of India? Osborne-Smith, as I tell you, that was a British governor, British citizen. There was one Indian who was the first governor. Is anybody? Yes, madam. That is excellent answer. Chintaram Dwarkanath Deshmukh, C.D. Deshmukh. Give her a big hand. So you are using, how many of you are using UPI? UPI for payment? Yeah, quite a few. So what is the full form of BHIM? BHIM is a type of UPI. Yeah, any guess? Somebody was telling. Yes. Yes.
Bharat interface of.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Management or something.
It is M. M is important in your life also. Bharat interface for money.
Money, sorry.
Yes. Yes, yes. So Reserve Bank, as Sir said, that on November 12th, 2021, we launched 2 schemes for public welfare. What was the schemes called? Anybody will give one scheme also, I will give the prize. 2 schemes were launched by Prime Minister on 12th November 2021. One is the scheme for which we are here. Now you can tell. Reserve Bank Integrated Ombudsman Scheme, 2021. And the other is the Reserve Bank of India Retail Direct Scheme. So you have seen all the notes in with you, 200 rupees note, 500 rupee note, 100 rupees note. There is one scripture present in the reverse of the note. I want to tell you what is the scripture that is present in the back of 200 rupee note. 200 रुपए नोट के पीछे में किस चीज का फोटो है? निकालो 200 रुपए. It is a famous Indian monument. Anybody? 200 का नोट किसी के पास नहीं है? Yes, madam has taken out. Sanchi Stoop is the correct answer, ma'am. You can see the Sanchi Stoop. Now, there is a name for government official designated for the redressal of grievance and the complaints in finance sector. What is he called? If you have complaints against any bank, where will you go? To the person. To which person? Ombudsman is the correct answer. What is the full form of RTGS? Students, I think. Sir? Real-time gross settlement is correct, but you won't get the prize. Sorry. You have heard about payment banks of India. There are many payment banks which do only savings account type of business. Which was the first payment bank of India? Airtel Payment Bank is the correct answer. So the next question is, what is the fee charged by Ombudsman for filing and resolving complaints? How many what is the amount that we charge from you for resolution of your complaint? Yes, 0. It is free of cost. We are not charging anything for resolution of complaint. If anybody says that some money will be needed for resolution, then he is a fake person. I don't know. Who wrote the book, I Do What I Do? Raghuram Rajan is the correct answer. Dr. Raghuram Rajan was our Reserve Bank Governor. He can share. So what is the maximum amount that can be transferred using NEFT? Sir? 2 lakhs is wrong. 1 lakh is wrong. Yes. Madam? 5 is little less. 10 is also less. No. Actually, this was a googly. Answer is no limit. You can send any amount using NEFT, whatever amount you want. We always, in our programs also in KBC, you can see that we play ads for public awareness. What is the tagline of that ad? Initially, I was playing a video also for that. What is the tagline? Amitabh Bachchan also plays in KBC, in various other programs we used to run. This is RBI dash dash. You fill the 2 words. RBI कहता है is the correct answer, sir. We play this initiative for RBI कहता है for public awareness. You all have ATM cards. So the ATM card must be issued by some Visa, Master like that. But our own ATM card has been designed by NPCI, that is Indian. What is that called? Which card? Sir, you raise your hand and then answer. You are barred. This is called Rupee Card, that is developed by NPCI. How many of you have Rupee Card? You have seen this character many a times in TV, elsewhere also. What is his name? I'll give you a hint. You all have in your pocket this time. His name is Dash Kumar. Any guess? His name is Mani Kumar. अच्छा, मल्टीपल चॉइस देते हैं। नहीं सर सर, they are much smarter. Okay, the first microfinance institution to get a banking license. That bank is from the eastern part of our country. First microfinance institution to get a banking license. This bank is from our eastern part of the country. Small finance bank name, sir. In the name banking, 3-4 years back we get banking license to some of the new private banks. Yes. No, PayU is not a bank yet, sir. Bandhan Bank is excellent answer, sir. The next question is, you have currency notes. So other than Hindi and English, how many languages are there in the currency notes? Other than Hindi and English. Count karo jaldi. Any guess? It is you can guess between 10 to say 17. Any guess? 15 is the correct answer. Sir. What is the minimum balance required for opening an account in RBI? RBI में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए कम से कम कितना बैलेंस का जरूरत पड़ेगा? सर, नो वी डोंट ओपन जीरो बैलेंस अकाउंट सर. एनी गेस कितना बैलेंस होना चाहिए आरबीआई में आपको अकाउंट खोलने के लिए? 500. आरबीआई के हिसाब से कम है सर. 1000 इज लेस. 2000 no. No account of individual is opened in RBI. RBI में किसी का अकाउंट नहीं खुलता है सर. RBI में we have account of only banks and governments. Even our governor doesn't have an account in Reserve Bank of India. Talking of height, which is the highest ATM in India and where it is located? मतलब at a highest peak. Even if you tell the bank, I will give you the answer. Or the place. It is a very important place in India. I will tell you, it is in Sikkim. Sir, somebody said. Nathula Pass. It is Axis Bank ATM at Thegu near Nathula Pass. 13, no. 13,200 feet. You can see Reserve Bank prints currency, distribute it. So what is the highest single denomination note we can print as per our mandate? एक नोट जो हम लोग प्रिंट कर सकते हैं मैक्सिमम अमाउंट का. Yes, raise your hand and then give the answer. Don't be shy, it will be, there are options. Sir said to give the option, I have given 4 options now. See the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, anybody can give the options. See, 1,000 is automatically out because 2,000 note is already there. So 5, 10 or 15, that will be the answer. Guess. Anybody from this side? Guess. Yes, madam, guess. 10,000 is the correct answer. So in all the notes you see the signature of Governor of India, but in 1 rupee note you will not see the signature of Governor. Who has the signature in rupees 1 note? 1 रुपए के नोट पे किसका साइन होता है? Sir, you are barred. You are barred till the next town hall. Yes, madam. Anybody? It is not governor. It is not finance minister. It is finance secretary. Who has still? Excellent. Now coming from maximum of NEFT to minimum of RTGS. What is the minimum amount that can be transferred from RTGS? RTGS करने के लिए कम से कम कितना पैसा ट्रांसफर करना पड़ेगा? 3,000 is not for RTGS. 2 lakhs is the correct answer. Are you a banker? And then it's okay. So this is the end of the quiz. Thank you. Thank you very much, UKHRUL. Go on, sir. Did you enjoy the quiz? Thank you. Now coming to our main topic. What is this? Reserve Bank Integrated Ombudsman Scheme 2021. That is why we are here. So we introduced a Reserve Bank Integrated Ombudsman Scheme in November 12, 2021. We have come from Guwahati office. With the theme we have introduced One Nation, One Ombudsman. What does it mean? It means that you can complain from anywhere, any part of the country to any of the ombudsman. We have a total of 22 ombudsmen in our country. One of is sitting here with us, Jamang sir. Earlier we used to look after the territory of Northeast, but now we are looking complaints of all over India. Anybody can come, anybody can complain, provided what is your complaint, what your complaint should be. Your complaint should be related to deficiency in service of financial institution. The financial institution for financial institution I mean the banks, all type of banks, the scheduled cooperative banks, the private banks, the payment banks, the regional rural banks, then the non-banking financial companies and PPIs. So if you have grievance against these entities, you can surely come to banking ombudsman. But as I said, that before coming to ombudsman, where you will have to go? Suppose you go in a restaurant, the food you didn't like, where will you go? Whom should you complain first? The manager of the restaurant? पहले आप मैनेजर को कंप्लेन करेंगे कि आपका खाना अच्छा नहीं है. Then if he doesn't agree, then you will go to next level, FSSAI है या जो भी है. So similarly, if the financial entities are not giving the good service, or they are not providing you what they have promised, then first where you will go? You will go to the branch manager first. Suppose आपका पासबुक प्रिंट नहीं हो रहा है, you are not able to print your passbook, you will go to branch manager. Your passbook machine is not working, get it resolved. If the branch manager resolve it within 30 days, well and good. But if he doesn't resolve within 30 days, then ombudsman come into picture. Then you can come to ombudsman with your complaint that I have complained to my bank, but they are not resolving. So I gave you a simple example of printing of passbook. The complaint can go from printing of passbook to interest rate deficiency, interest rate calculation, pension not disbursed, ATM card not given, ATM card not working, ATM में cash not dispensed properly, or account is debited but cash not dispensed. Fraudulent transaction have happened without my notice or without my consent. Bank is not giving a loan even if I have submitted all the papers, and neither giving any rejection. So these type of complaint you can certainly come to us. But what you have to remember, first you have to go to branch manager. Wait for 30 days. If he doesn't resolve, come to us. The type of complaint that we receive, we are receiving around 5,000 complaints in a year. And majority of them are resolved in favor of complainant. That means there is a service deficiency that we are intervening and resolving. So, and the type of complaint which we receive are, majority of the complaint we receive is of ATM. कि ATM में गया था, पैसा नहीं निकला, लेकिन account से पैसा कट गया. Then what we do? We take your complaint, we call the bank, other documents, and CCTV footage, everything we see, and then we give our decision. So, as sir has already explained that within 5 days the bank should return your money if it is debited and you have not the cash. But if they don't return, they will return it with 100 rupees per day compensation. I have seen some people using UPI. You are using UPI, you are sending money to others, you are receiving money. So suppose you are sending money to others. Say X is sending money to Y, and you have done the transaction, your account is debited. आपके account से पैसा निकल गया, but it has not reached to the beneficiary. जहाँ भेजना चाहते थे वहाँ नहीं गया. Then also there is a rule that within T+1 day money should come back to you. अगर नहीं आता है तो after T+1 day the 100 rupees per day compensation starts for you, irrespective of whatever is the amount. So regarding pensioners, I will say there are various type of complaints that arrears is not calculated properly, arrears is not given, pension is not disbursed on time. Then if these are the complaints, then you can certainly come to ombudsman. But before that you have to bear one thing in mind, that you have to go to bank first. पहले बैंक में जाना है, 30 days you have to wait and then come to ombudsman. In pension, sir has already told that if there is a deficiency or delay in disbursement, you have sent your PPO, your employer has sent your PPO, but bank is not giving pension. Then for the delayed part, they will pay 8% interest suo motu without your complaint. If they don't pay, you can come to us. But if your employer has not sent the PPO to the bank can't help. And we also can't help. Suppose आप railway में काम करते थे, you retired, and then you ask for a pension. First, the railway has to send the PPO, the pension payment order, to the bank. Then only the pension will start. So these are the normal type of deficiency which we speak in general banking parlance that we get. Regarding loans, I will tell you what type of complaint you can do. You can, if you have say taken a loan on fixed rate of interest, say मेरा fixed rate 8% था. Now bank is charging floating. They are changing the rate every now and then. So you can complain to us, or vice versa. Or bank has not told you about processing charge and other fees, But when we are going to take the loan, they are charging other charges, 5-6 type of charges. Every time they are charging inspection charge, other charges, then you can tell to us. But if the bank is not giving you loan, simply you can't come to us that this bank is not giving me loan. In that thing we will only see that whether bank has rejected your proposal or not. You have given a proposal to the bank and bank has to properly reject it. That your project is not viable, we will not be able to finance it. ठीक है? लेकिन bank simply can't sit on your proposal and they have to give reply. But if you say that bank is not giving me loan, मेरा loan NPA हो गया, माफ करा दीजिए, these type of complaint we can't entertain. So this is the alternate grievance redressal. First grievance redressal for you is, first point is the bank or the financial institution, and thereafter banking ombudsman or ombudsman as we call. So earlier sir has said that we have various grounds, then other 22 offices. We have all integrated into one ombudsman. What this integrated ombudsman scheme feature is, that it is, you can complain against any entity. Earlier for complaining against any NBFC, they have to go to NBFC ombudsman. For digital complaints, they have to go to digital ombudsman, and for banks come to banking. Now we have integrated all three. Now also I would like to tell that if you want to ask anything, you can certainly ask. You can raise your hands, you can ask the question. In between also, or if you want, we will have a question answer session at the last. There you can ask the question. Anything which you are not getting, I can certainly explain. So what is the coverage? Coverage of entities, you can see that all commercial banks, RRBs, schedules, urban cooperative banks, NBFCs, etc. have come under the ambit of Reserve Bank Integrated Ombudsman Scheme. Grounds we have dispensed with. Any deficiency in service, we will deal. Now we have a centralized receipt and earlier we have 22 separate offices where we used to deal with complaints. Still we are dealing in those 22 offices, but we have one centralized processing center in Chandigarh. You can directly send your email to Chandigarh, or you can contact the toll-free number 14448. Now you will say that how to file a complaint ombudsman. Ombudsman तो ठीक है, पर complaint कैसे करेंगे? How to file? So we are giving you 3 ways to file a complaint with ombudsman. There are 3 separate ways. First is online. We have got a portal. If net is connected, then I will show you the portal. I'll show you if the net is connected. This is the CMS portal that we have launched in 2019, Complaint Management Portal, Complaint Management Software. So you can go into RBI website, left hand side you will see lodge a complaint. You click there, you will be taken into a one portal, that is our Complaint Management Portal, and it is very user friendly. You can fill in all the details, your name, mobile number, email ID if you have, and against which entity. There will be a drop down. You can select, say, State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank. You can select, you can give your name, address, branch name, etc. and your facts. What has happened with your grievance? What is the exact grievance? Okay? And then you can attach documents also. Suppose you have complained to the bank, you have got the receiving, you can attach in that. So this is a very simple portal. You can use it. Very soon there will be an app also. But right now you can log in into RBI website and you can send the complaint. What will happen, why this portal is beneficial, I tell you. Instantly you will get the complaint number. The moment you register, you will get a 15-digit complaint number. With that, and you get a message in your mobile that your complaint is registered with complaint number this. And you can further track the progress also of that complaint. So it is instant, it is done instantly, no time lag is between. Your complaint is registered immediately and it is sent to the regulated entity there and there. The second mode is email. You can send an email to crpc@rbi.org.in. You can write your name in the email. You can send an email to them, to this email ID, and write your grievance. That this is my exact grievance against this bank or this NBFC or this PPI. Or you can alternatively send a physical letter. You can write handwritten complaint and send it to this address or even to our Guwahati RBI office or to any RBI office you can send. Now, what are the things that need to be remembered while filing? First and foremost thing, what is that? I have told you earlier. Where have you, where you will approach first? To the branch. And how many days you wait after approaching? 30 days you wait after approaching, and if it is not resolved, come to us. But come to us within a year. Suppose today is 21st, you lodge a 21st of March, you lodge a complaint with a branch. On 28th of April, it should be resolved. Otherwise, on 21st of April, you come to Ombudsman. 21st of April 2022 से लेकर 20th of April 2023, you can come to us. Within 1 year, you have to come to us. एक साल तक we will wait. You can come to us. Otherwise, your complaint will be time barred. Then the second thing is you have to have a proof of the complaint that you made to the branch, or receiving or ticket number. So many people say that branch में जाते हैं तो branch वाला receiving नहीं देता है. They don't give receiving. So in that case, you send an email to the branch, give that email copy to us. That will be sufficient. Or you send a registered post to the branch. Now your complaint should not be simultaneously dealing with other, what can I say, other like High Court or Consumer Court. Suppose what people do, they will file a complaint in Ombudsman, simultaneously they will file a case in court. Then we are not going to entertain it. Or your complaint should not have been dealt earlier by us. We have given one decision, then you will come back again, then we will not entertain it. Or your complaint should be made by yourself. It is a very easy portal. You can yourself made the complaint or by a representative, but the representative should not be an advocate. वकील के तरफ से आप नहीं करा सकते हैं complaint. You have to come forward yourself or by an authorized representative. So these are the few things you should keep in mind before filing a complaint to Ombudsman. Otherwise, your complaint will be made non-maintainable as our. Now, some of type of complaint we don't receive. Like any bank has given some commercial judgment that they are not going to give you loan. Okay? It is a commercial judgment by a bank. They are here to do business. If your project is not good or not viable to them, they will not give you loan. And they have rejected your proposal properly. Then if you will come that this bank is not giving me loan, we will not entertain that, because bank has taken a decision, conscious decision of not giving the loan. Or if the dispute is between a vendor and a regulated entity. In some cases we receive complaints like bank को भाड़ा में दिया था premise, वो bank rent नहीं दे रहा है. Then we don't deal, because it is a lesser and lessee relationship there. It is not a service provided by bank. Then we don't deal with employee-employer relationship. बैंक का ही staff अगर बैंक के against complain करे कि bank is not transferring me or anything else, then we don't deal. So these are the few things you should keep in mind. And some of the regulatory purview, that thing is not under our purview, then we don't deal it. Like some entities which are still to become under our purview, like some chit funds are there which are not registered with RBI, RBI, but you are complaining against them, then we are not going to attend because they are not regulated by us. Now you will tell me that what is the benefit of complaining to Ombudsman? Whatever the disputed amount will be, suppose bank has charged excess interest, you will give me the excess interest. No, Ombudsman has the power to penalize bank up to rupees 20 lakhs for the deficiency. He can award 20 lakhs compensation for any dispute and 1 lakh for your harassment. So we have the power to give directions to bank to pay you 21 lakhs in addition to your disputed amount. If we feel that yes, bank has harassed, the person has done everything correct, but bank has not cooperated, we definitely use our power and give awards to bank. We have given in many cases. And then you will say that what if I am not satisfied with Ombudsman decision? Then there is an appellate authority who is our executive director in charge of Consumer Education Protection Department. He sits in Mumbai. You can certainly complain to him also. So this is in nutshell the Ombudsman scheme. Any questions you would like to ask? Questions in English, in local language, whatever you can ask. Did you know about this Ombudsman scheme earlier? How many people knew about the Ombudsman scheme earlier? How many people didn't knew about the Ombudsman scheme earlier? So they are neutral. This is the first time you are hearing about the Ombudsman scheme? That's what I want to know. First time. Okay. Thank you. So have you understood the scheme? Now you can complain against the bank. If there is efficiency, definitely. See, this is nothing to, as Sir said, that complaint is not a bad thing. Our bankers are also here. Unless and until you complain, how can the bank will know that there is deficiency? Because from your complaint, they might benefit others. If a passbook printer machine complaint is complained to the branch manager, and if it is resolved, that passbook printer will be used by others also. So, if you complain, the bank will take it and try to resolve it. Unnecessary complaints, please don't do. And how to complain you have understood to Ombudsman? There are 3 ways. First is our portal, second is email, and then last is physical. Thank you. Any questions if you want to ask? If I can show the portal, sir. Yes, this is the RBI website. Here you can see there is a logo, this one. This is our lodge a complaint. Okay, you can click here, you will be taken to another page. This is our complaint management system. You can click here, file a complaint. Slow edge. So this is the page that will open, and there your name and other details have to be entered. So main thing you have to remember that this is the page where you have to go first, and you click on this lodge a complaint. Then it will, the page will automatically guide you how to, you can lodge your complaint in 8 different languages right now. So this is about the Ombudsman scheme that we talked. And before going to the next presentation, first I will show you one video. आ रहा है, आवाज नहीं आ रहा है। साउंड नहीं आ रहा नहीं, वो तो बड़ा हुआ है। So if you don't have any questions on Ombudsman scheme, I will move to this. What is safe digital banking and common frauds that are happening? So now you can see that we are using various type of products of banks. We have card, USSD, Aadhaar enabled payment system, UPI, wallet, and how many of you are using Aadhaar enabled payment system? Anybody here? You are using internet banking? Yes, somebody is using internet banking. Mobile banking also? Yes. So these are the products that are very useful. It saves our time. You don't have to go to branch. You can transact 24/7. Kabhi bhi, kahin par se bhi, you can do banking. But all these products have benefits. You can see when digital payments have many benefits. But these all products come with a minimum protocol. Okay? You have to follow those protocols so that fraudulent transaction may not happen to you, or at least it can be avoided by your following these minimum protocols. First of all, I would like to start with ATM. What is the minimum protocol that you need to have while using your ATM card? First of thing is that you do not write your PIN anywhere. Apna PIN, ATM has got one PIN, 4-digit or 6-digit PIN, it comes with a PIN. You remember your PIN, you don't write it anywhere. Not in your mobile, neither in your diary, neither in a chit, keep it in a wallet, no. Some people are writing it on the back of the card also. I have seen. So, and then they will say that fraud transaction have happened. So you have given the thief the key and the everything, then why the fraudulent transaction will not happen? The second thing that I want to tell you, that don't share your ATM card. Not even with your spouse, not even with your friends, your daughters, or your son, your children, anybody. Why? You will say, mera hi to beta hai. Yeah, my son is there, my daughter is there, I can give my card. No. It is your property. You should not give it. Why? The reason I will tell you. If any transaction, fraudulent transaction happen, or if any transaction happen where cash has not been dispensed, and your son or your daughter, suppose I have given my card to my wife. Wife goes to ATM, wife ATM में जाती है कि पैसा निकालती है, पैसा नहीं निकला, मगर अकाउंट से पैसा कट गया. You will complain to the bank. Bank will see the CCTV. Then you will complain to us. We will also see the CCTV. Bank will tell that ATM card was not used by the holder. It was used by somebody else. So we are not liable to pay. And there is a judgment in court also where it was not paid. So please don't share your ATM card. Second thing is, remember your PIN. Change your PIN frequently if you want. Then third is, don't enter into the ATM where there are already 3-4 people. When you are doing the transaction, you should be alone. You should not be helped by others. क्योंकि help करने के लिए लोग आते हैं, and then they will see your password, they will clone your card, and many a times they will exchange the card with similar card, and you will not able to know. We have seen the CCTV footage where people have gone, ATM काम नहीं कर रहा है या कुछ भी problem है, they will call somebody, and while helping, they smartly exchange the card. और पिन तो देख ही लिया है, and thereafter the transaction start. So please be vigilant. That is your ATM. The ATM is simply like a wallet. You are vigilant with your wallet. You don't share it. You keep it always with you. So you keep the ATM likewise also. Don't share it. So this is the next thing is always register your mobile number with the bank. Why? Whenever there is a debit or credit entry in your account or any financial, non-financial transaction, a message will come from the bank. Your account is debited by this amount, or your account is credited by this amount. So whenever you see a transaction which you have not done, you will immediately complain to the branch. But for that, you have to register your mobile to get the SMS alerts. So please register your mobile in your bank. If not done, go today or tomorrow and register your mobile number. Now to the internet banking also the same. User ID, password you should not share with anybody. You should not write in the mobile. You should not write anywhere else. Try to change it frequently. And make sure there is a proper logout. Just don't come out by just closing it. And the next thing is whenever you do, say you have a PNB internet banking. So what you will do in normal case, you will go to Google, you will type PNB internet banking. The first page which comes, you will click on that. Don't do that. You type the URL pnb.org.in and then you go to that page, and from there you go to your internet banking page, or you save that page as your later use, then you can use. Because what happens in Google, there are various fake pages are also there. So once you open that page, what will happen? Whatever you type, that is seen by somebody else. Okay? So don't do that. And for other thing I can tell you, don't search customer care number from Google. For anything, not only for banks I am telling you. Suppose if you are supposed to get a courier, कोई courier आने वाला है, say from, or you can Flipkart से आपका कुछ आने वाला है या Amazon से आने वाला है, and you have not, it is not delivered, what you normally do? Amazon customer care number. You search from Google. Don't search it. Go to Amazon website, from there you pick the number. Because these customer care numbers which are given in Google are fraudulent numbers. They will call you and they will ask you कि आपका अच्छा ये पैकेट आने वाला था, नहीं आया, अच्छा कोई बात नहीं, आई एम कहीं पे कुरियर में कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया है, आई एम सेंडिंग यू अ लिंक, यू डाउनलोड द लिंक, then they will ask you, you have to pay some 5 rupees, 10 rupees, you pay, and then suddenly you will see that your money from the account has gone. So please don't search customer care number from Google. Go to the authentic website and get the number from there. So ATM related frauds we have seen many. Card cloning, card skimming. Nowadays card cloning is very less due to this EVM card. You have seen your ATM card, now there is a chip. I can show you. Before clicking on those things, you just think once. What you will think? Why should anybody give you free money? Are you going to give 10 rupees to your neighbor free of cost? Tell me. You are not going to give 10 rupees to your neighbor, na? Free of cost. Then why somebody will give you 1,000 and 1,000 of rupees free of cost? Without doing anything, why somebody will give you crores of rupees? Because we have got complaints also, what we can say, sir will explain later, at they have won a lottery or of 1,000 crore and something like that, and then they want to encash that lottery. They will say that आपका पैसा रिजर्व बैंक में फंसा हुआ है, so for that bribing we need some 1 lakh, you give 1 lakh. यार 1,000 crore तो आने वाला है, दे देते हैं ना, 1 lakh का क्या है. Then after some time they will again ask, अभी कस्टम में फंस गया है, give 50,000, आप बोलो 50,000 भी ले लो. You tell them ना कि 1,000 crore में से काट के दे दो हमको, ठीक है? You deduct 150 and then give me back that money. So please don't fall into prey for those. Nothing is free in this world. Everything comes with a price. You will get phone call in Ola also, OLX fraud. We have seen some OLX fraud. You want to sell something, what you will do? You will place your ad in OLX and I want to sell this table. Immediately a call will come. No negotiation. Whatever price you have quoted, they will agree. आप 5,000 रुपया इस टेबल का दाम रखा है, they will agree कि 5,000 रुपया में हम लेने को तैयार हैं. They will not see the product, they will not insist to come, they will simply send you a QR code and ask you कि आप स्कैन करेंगे, आपको पैसा मिल जाएगा. But remember one thing, that for getting money into your account, पैसा आने के लिए आपके अकाउंट में, you don't have to scan a QR code, share an OTP और share a link. ये सब काम सिर्फ पैसा जाने के लिए है. क्योंकि आप जब भी दुकान में जाते हैं तो स्कैन करते हैं ना QR कोड को, तो पैसा आपके अकाउंट से जाता है, आता तो नहीं है. तो आने के लिए कभी QR कोड नहीं होता है, आने के लिए OTP नहीं आता है, आने के लिए कोई लिंक नहीं है. सारा काम सिर्फ पैसा जाने के लिए है. तो रिमेंबर दीज थिंग्स, यू विल बी सेफ. नेवर share your PIN, password, OTP. This is the best slide. For any receiving money, for receiving any money, no QR code. जब भी आपसे पूछा जाए तो आप क्या करेंगे? Any phone call comes and asks that एक OTP आया होगा मैडम बता देंगे, तो what you will do? मुंह पे ताला, ठीक है? Finger on your lips. Nothing, no, I'm not going to share anything with anybody. And most vulnerable are senior citizens. Why? They are the pensioners. They have got only pension as their source. A call will come that your KYC is not updated. आपका pension next महीना से बंद हो जाएगा. And due to panic, they share everything. But the best thing is that you go to branch, get it resolved there. Don't answer over phone. So these are the 3 factors which we see due for the fraud, that is greed, fear and ignorance. This is the major is the greed and fear. People out of greed of easy money, they fall into prey. This is already I have told you that nothing is free in this world. Then these are the important tips, that register your mobile, you check the SMS. And one more important tip is that if you have a bank account and your phone doesn't work for some time, suppose phone का network चला गया for 3-4 hours, first you do is you check your bank account immediately. Because it might happen that your SIM has been hacked. So if the network is not coming for 3-4 hours, you immediately check your bank account. Please. Then there are other things. Never download the app like Quick, Team Viewer, AnyDesk, because that will help in sharing your mobile. This limited liability sir has already told that even you have taken all the protections, but still fraud has happened due to some reasons not known to you, not known to bank. Then if you complain to us or you complain to bank, then as per the limited liability, within 3 days, you will get back your complete money. If you register complaint between 4 to 7 days, 10,000 for each transaction will be debited, and after that, it is up to the bank to decide. This is in nutshell the safe and digital banking what I wanted to convey. Now, the floor is open for you to ask any question if you want, whatever has been told here. Any question, any, sir, please, you can come here on the dais to answer. Any question regarding our discussion today? Anything, any complaint, or you have come across any incident you can share with us. Give the mic, Ashish.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us time for asking question. I would like to ask, what is cardless transaction?
What is cardless transaction?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it available at all the ATM booths?
ATM booths.
And how can we do transaction without card?
Yeah. See, cardless transactions is a type of product that is offered by some of the banks. In those type of transaction, for cash, you are asking, na? Cardless transaction, yes. In some of the banks, what they do, you log into your mobile banking and you get a code. For cardless transaction, they will send you a code. And then you can go to ATM. You don't have to insert the card. Just click on the cardless transaction. The OTP that has come to your mobile, you will enter into that, then you can do the transaction. Here, no physical movement of card is required. This has been done for the people like senior citizens and other to help. And if they don't want to go to ATM and also they don't want to share the card, they can do one cardless transaction, give the OTP, because that will be valid for one transaction only. ठीक है, 5,000 रुपया निकाल के आ जाएगा. Then that is cardless transaction. For cash. Other cardless transaction, you can see we are buying something on Flipkart, Amazon, other apps where we insert the card number, the OTP, the PIN, the CVV, and the OTP comes. That is also cardless. Where we are not using the physical card, that is cardless transaction. Yes, anybody else? Students are also there. They want to ask anything.
Sir, I'd like to ask regarding our payment process. Suppose when we pay a light bill this time, whenever we pay with UPI, it got detected, and even in the message it says it will be reflected after 7 days. So in this case, is this comes under grievances?
What I have understood, that if you are doing an UPI transaction,
Yes.
and if it is rejected or failed,
It's not rejected, it's already debited.
your account is debited,
Yes.
but the money has not gone to wherever you want to send.
Yes, yes.
ठीक है ना? And your money has not come back. It is certainly a grievance that I have told, and in that case, within 1 day the money should come back. T+1. Today you have done the transaction, next working day.
No,
should
usually
come.
it takes 4 days or 7 days.
No, it should come within 1 day. If doesn't come within 1 day, you are liable to get compensated 100 rupees per day. Sir will explain. Okay? You can complain to the bank.
Yeah, in addition
In case
to
of
this
UPI,
question, yeah.
what I will tell you, in case of UPI, you will complain to the bank to which your UPI is attached. ठीक है?
Sure.
आपका UPI जिस भी बैंक अकाउंट के साथ attached है, you can go and complain to that bank.
Okay, yeah. In addition to this question again, whenever we pay with the UPI or internet banking or either ATM card, suppose we are paying for the light bill. Now everything has been prepaid. So whenever we pay, suppose we pay for 500 rupees, then the bank charge 4 rupees, 4.20 by something. So is it, I mean, the actual price is 500, but the bank is charging 4.20 rupees again. So is it comes under the, I mean, purview of RBI, or it's just, I mean, charges by the bank? Because 500 goes to the light bill department, 4 rupees goes to the bank. So is it permissible from the RBI? And you just think, for just paying for 500 rupees, we have to pay 4.20 rupees. And how many households are there in Manipur? And yeah, there are a lot of people who doesn't use all these apps. And how much they might be, I mean, earning through 4.20 rupees.
Charges of bank, that we can't regulate.
See, let us keep simple. Okay, I'll make it very simple. Every bank will have a class of customers. Okay, they will treat what you call priority, high net worth, or you know, like basic accounts. Based on all these categories, transaction relating to transaction, how many times, for instance, like you are using an ATM. So how many times in the ATM of your bank, how many free transactions per month will be permitted? Likewise, other than the other ATMs, other than the bank, no, we bank marketing. Chile transaction kya hain the sabai. Otherwise, it will be chargeable. It all depends from bank to bank. So these are all mostly system driven. If the number of free transaction is 8 transactions per month, once a transaction, we go, it could be number of transactions, it will be free. But if you are doing an ATM transaction in other ATM, no, we bank money. Then once that limit it will be chargeable. However, if you are a priority customer or high value individual, which the bank wants to give you a more number of free transactions, that is left to the bank. But for the equal type of customers, if the priority class means that equally they have to give the same treatment. One cannot give one separate what you call priority class to me, and the same priority class, Mr. Munazir, he will get 10 transactions, I'll get 5 transactions. No. Each class will have to be treated equally. This is the, otherwise the bank being a differentiates, there will be a lot of manipulations and system will become. So if you happen to know this thing, then if they overcharge you, you have every right to complain. And the charges, nothing is free. Okay, nothing is free. RBI stipulates, for instance, like NEFT, RTGS transactions, wherever RBI has already stipulated that what the bank can charge, what the bank cannot charge, charges. Bank being the charge, then you can always complain. So understanding and knowing, and I'm sure that you not keep bank account SBI, yeah. SBI, just go to SBI site. SBI, don't go anywhere. Yeah? SBI will sidely balga, you looked into it. Various charges, customer related charges, from time to time they will revise. Okay. Chizang sargijiniji. Okay, young. And chigataji haptangai idum being the chigatheder versaji. And Jaka Kakane Bale Shiv Shankar lately got nothing loan related issue. Lately got PNB got a loan related issue. We maram ninotum take ngai. He is the right person. You can raise any type relating to loans and advances. Atum shongaina bank shongaina kisabai kimsabai. He will tell what they can do, what they cannot do. Okay. Third one, I forgot to mention about the POS machine. Naniwi kitatang nasiwaka nasiwenak bana kujbata. I like to request our SBI, PNB, UKO, MSCB to encourage all our traders, shopkeepers, to use more number of POS machines. This will help reduce the people overcrowding over your counter, because everything is cash based. Cash bang. And if you give more number of POS machine, then I don't have to carry for commercial transaction. I can buy a kilo of milk also using my card. So my cash requirement reduced. So going to the branch for withdrawal, going to the ATM for withdrawal of cash, that will automatically come down. And my what you call fervent request to our bankers is that every possible opportunity, in case from the zonal office side, if you can see how can help so that cost adjustment also can be looked into, whereby the people who are going to use POS machine, they should be able to, the charges will get reduced. I think if there is a way and means to help them out, I think that is very important. Why? Because these people, account holder will not come to your branch for withdrawal or cash transaction. So that much of overcrowding will get reduced. And absolutely that will help. Our trader friends and communities are here, even today also. You can also encourage your peers, particularly in the business grouping, POS machine seeing occur. That is really going to help. Either my ATM card, credit card, ATM mangsing. Kana shock you started using even credit card also. That you take with a POS machine, nothing traders being grouping schools, colleges, institutions being, you should learn how to use POS machine. It is very important. It is very crucial. And school we ochar being the bike by nothing please I nachi kilasa the shaban the POS machine this signal sani. I'm sure that even the bankers can help in how to computerize and then link. Because once the bank being the POS machine supply side, that's a simple one-way solution. Because it is already linked with your bank account. The school's college account links are and now being fees we admission we fee they can just lock in net banking and sabai school college you just use the ATM card, you don't need to carry cash. The he being he chigitaji encourages all jana loan shongwai nang han ngai le kang han do hi
Subrata.
I want to ask one issue regarding loan and advance. Actually, in UKHRUL district, I found that there is no mortgage-based loans are there. The land holding system here is not recognized maybe by the banks or by the government. Whereas in other states, like in Nagaland, in Mizoram, or in Meghalaya, I've seen that these tribal people, they are really enjoying whatever loan facility they can enjoy by creating mortgage. Here in UKHRUL district, since we don't have, I think, a proper land holding system, so mortgage cannot be created. So this is creating a lot of, disadvantages for these entrepreneurs, because see, mortgage-based loans, on the other hand, for the banks also it is very, very helpful, because mortgage-based loans are almost NPA-free loan types. So if such system can be worked out in UKHRUL district also, then it will benefit a lot of young entrepreneurs, as well as it will help the banks to increase their volume of business. So this is one thing which I want to raise. Maybe it may not be a very correct forum to raise, but then these things can be taken up in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Any vote? So let's come.
You will come here, sir.
So that's okay. Actually, I was also a teacher earlier joining this bank. So I would like to just invite. This is a very pertinent question, sir, you have raised, and we were also discussing during coming here this sort of problem we are facing here. So this is okay. Next, we will discuss after. Just please.
You told us that earlier. I remember you telling us that you give loans without collateral. So what type of loans can be given?
Yeah. Okay, very nice.
To whom and for whom? Thank you.
So first of all, I would like to ask from every corner, every sector. So many students are sitting here. I would also like to ask some question. What is your expectation from bank? One, any student who can come here and just we can say, what is your expectation from bank? Anyone? Without fear, you come forward. Come here. Very nice. Please give big hand for. Okay. So what's your expectation? You tell me.
Study loan for studying.
Education loan. Very nice. I have already told you, education loan is provided for technical education. Okay. So education loan will be given to those students. After completion of education, he will be employed, and employment is sure. Okay. So everyone, there is a well set of education loan system in our bank. So anyone who wants education loan, you can approach, we will welcome you. Okay? But you should be, only one condition is, you should be meritorious. Only one condition. You should be meritorious. Right?
Yes, thanks.
Anyone? Okay. My friends, who is running a small business? Already running a small businesses. Anyone? Business people. Anyone? Please give mic. Please please mention your name.
My name is John Tushang. I'm from Langtang.
Okay.
Why the bank is not giving hypothecation here in UKHRUL? I have not seen anyone who is getting benefit of a hypothecation beneficial that is given to the customer.
My dear friend, your question is not clear. You tell me, what your expectation?
My expectation is that I want the bank should give a hypothecation these facilities to the small businesses.
Hypothecation of what?
Loan.
Hypothecation of what? You mean to say hypothecation of what?
Loan. Hypothecation of
I'm very simple language. I want to tell on his behalf. Okay, he wants to tell. He wants a loan from bank without any collateral.
Yes.
This is you want to tell?
Yeah.
So the goods financed by bank, that should be hypothecated only.
Yes.
That he wants to get. Exactly?
Yes, yes.
So I have already told you, bank is having mudra loan facility without any collateral up to 10 lakh. Okay, sir? Even bank can give you MSME loan for 10 crore, 2 crore under CGTSME. So this is not a problem. Bank can give you the loan. Okay? That is a separate question. I am telling you, your question is whether bank can give you or not. I am telling you bank can give. Right, sir? Any person who is in manufacturing any unit, any manufacturing, any type of manufacturing. Come, anyone? Anyone? Okay. So no question. I have to raise question for you.
Any pensioners?
Any pensioner? Yeah, please, please.
Actually, it's not a question, it's a grievance. But I'm not complaining to the PNP here in UKHRUL. I was working in corporate sector and I have so many bank accounts. I have ICICI, I have Axis Bank, even so many banks I have. But whenever I open the bank, they give me instant check and instant ATM card. So just last year I came back in UKHRUL. It was in August, and I joined in one NGO and I opened a bank account in PNP. So till now I haven't got my ATM card. I applied for ATM card and then it came, but the PIN, since I've been waiting for almost 2-3 months, so I didn't get. So I came here and then I reapplied again. So I applied twice and then my PIN came. So and then I got the ATM card. So when I went to the bank and said, this is my ATM card, I want to reactivate it. So that PIN was not for that ATM card. So till now, I haven't got the PIN ATM card. So it's almost about to be a year.
Okay, dear. I have written this. It is very simple and it is not.
And this happens not only to me, to my colleagues, to many of us.
Right. It is related to service. Okay. I am telling about availing loan for employment generation first, my dear friend.
But without ATM card, how can you apply loan?
That
without all these
there
passport.
is no relation
Yes.
between ATM card and loan. Okay, ATM card is
No,
part
sir,
of.
without the certified customer, how can you proceed all this?
My dear,
I
am telling. Point is taken. I am already telling you. There are several modes of making payment and receiving payment. Already, sir has told you several types. There is no need of ATM card even now. First of all, you tell me how many of you have PNB bank account? Please raise your hand. Students, particularly, I want to tell, raise your hand. How many you have banking account? Bank account?
Any bank.
Any bank account?
Raise your hand. Raise full.
You. Have you any bank account, dear? No? Yes or no? You have account? I think most of you might have bank account. If you have, still now you have no bank account, still now if you don't have bank account, you first of all, you go for bank account. We Punjab National Bank has the facility, they will go to your school and they will open account at your door only. And what you have to do? You take PNB One app. Just download PNB One app. And there is nothing, you have nothing to take ATM card or anything. You can make payment, you can book any hotel, you can make payment to any services. whatever you like through this mobile. And I have instructed my, sir, what you have told, you were telling about, any Mudra loan, any MSME loan, each sanction from my PNB branch, that must be followed by POS machine. Without POS machine, it should not be sanctioned. So, it is mandatory that we have to make UKHRUL cashless transaction place. Yes, sir? Yeah? So, there will be no problem. Less cash transaction. All MSME units or Mudra loan, if you are sanctioning, that must be followed by one POS machine. Right? And all customers who are coming to your branch every day, you have to check, we have to check that PNB1 app has been downloaded or not. It is mandatory. It is mandatory, so that most of the problem will be resolved there. My friend, you were asking something. Right, sir.
See, relating to POS machine, there are charges while we do the transaction to the merchant, not the customer. So I think the merchant, let's say they don't want to use the POS machine also. See, because of the charges, service charges, I have SBI POS machine, but I haven't swiped it for almost 2 years now because of this pandemic. There is not good business also. So, but there is 1.5% if I swipe off. Then the customer also don't want to pay that 1.5, and not exactly 1.5, but it's almost 1.5%. And even as a merchant, I cannot bear that much percentage comparing to the to my profit and all.
So
that is one
very good
reason.
question, dear. Actually, what happens? All these facilities you are getting, whether it is ATM card or whether it is ATM or POS machine, you know, these are the product of bank is only. This product is third-party product. You see, who is giving you POS? Bank is in between that. But POS machine is something else. Company is something else. They will charge, they will take some service charge. ATM, who is replenishing money, coins in ATM, outsourced. We have to pay for their services. So, a bit charges will be there. But we have incentive program also. Suppose you have taken POS machine and your transaction, maximum transaction is through POS machine. Then your charges will be waived to some extent. Right? Suppose 1 lakh or 2 lakhs, there are different slabs. There you will be waived. Charges will be waived. And apart from that, if you think that for any services, your charge should be again redefined, or it should be lesser, you have the right to give me the lesser. Okay, sir? For justification, with justification. Right? And we can think of that. But, my dear students, everyone should have bank account with you, and you should download PNB1 app. Right? You can be the banker for your family. Okay? Any questions, sir? Yes, sir. Please.
Well, my name is OMBUDSMAN. I am a CSP of SBI UKHRUL.
SBI?
Yes.
Okay.
And I do this business down there at Wino Bazaar. I do this PMJJBY, PMSBY, Atal Pension Yojana, everything. But now regarding the these loans, what we have come across is, what we have come to know so far is, we have pension loan, we have service loan, car loan, housing loan, mudra loans, then Manipur startup loans, and some of which, like PMEGPY.
No, that's okay.
PMEGP.
What do you want from me?
Okay, sir. Regarding this PMEGP loan, we have 35% subsidy. Now, what the bank does is, what they have been allocated, number of seats allocated to each of the bank, like this Punjab National Bank, SBI UKHRUL, and SBI Somsai, and UCO Bank, they, most of the time, they do not benefit to all the customers, to all the
No,
entrepreneurs.
one thing you tell me.
Yes.
First of all, you have told me that you are CSP of State Bank of India.
Yes.
Okay. So any relevance here of this line?
Yes, sir.
Your main question is something different.
Yeah.
There is no relevance. You are CSP of SBI, and it's okay.
I'm just
You want to say any bank is not interested in financing PMEGP. This is you want to say?
They finance, but they do not finance to all the allocated seats.
Okay, sir.
Now, yes, sir.
So you are having.
In Hanghai Baba, PMEGP we seat allocate sakai he bank kutung zana target sakai jadi fulfill misara tiong me card me away. Hina entrepreneurs number of growing entrepreneurs li disturbance.
I think one question I will
patience
please
government.
answer.
So,
So we are very much interested in financing whatever government's sponsor scheme is there.
What you are trying to say, see, one thing is,
Of course, we are not going to talk about a lot of things on this occasion, on the loans and advances and related of, yes, when Shivashankar is there, he can, what he is asking is that, if the project cost is 5 lakh, but when the financing is done, they finance 2.5 lakh. Is that the point you are trying to convey?
yes, sir. That is
So much lower than the cost. So when the actual cost of the project is 5 lakh, and then if the financing is done just 2.5 lakh, they are referring, I think these are a mix of both, all the 5 or 6 banks are here.
You are telling this the particular case regarding
almost all the banks.
So there are 2 things which is linking up. The second one is that not everyone will get. Rather, the number of, but here, see, the thing is, right now, the course of discussion is getting a little bit of getting diverted. Now, let me just give you, the flip side of what you're trying to ask. If the financing is not done as it should be, which means if 5 lakh is the cost of project and then the finance is done only 2.5 lakh, so under financing, which means the project is going to fail.
Yes, sir.
The account will become NPA in due course of time if the entrepreneur or the person who is going to borrow, if he or she doesn't have sufficient capital with him or her, then the chances of the risk of the account becoming NPA is pretty high. So the important thing is that for the bankers to see to it, because this all of you are having your own committee in a district level. So in case if there is under financing, you can also complain.
And then the second point is, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute, please. We are not going to discuss here generic thing. So a specific issue you tell me, because I am not representing all the banks here. Okay, I am not representing all the banks. So what is happening in the banking in this area? I am interested. You tell me the case of my bank. If there is any deficiency or any specific case, you tell me, sir, we have submitted this proposal. The proposal was of 5 lakhs, but while sanctioning, this was sanctioned only 2.5 lakhs. So who will tell this? Who is the beneficiary? not the third party. If you are the beneficiary, if you are the beneficiary, and you are telling me, sir, my proposal is 5 lakhs, I can tell you how it will be viable only in 5 lakh. I am jolly well, I will be the right person. And I will be the happiest person to listen such type of things from the entrepreneur himself.
Okay, sir.
You come to me, come to the branch manager, sir, this is the case of 5 lakh. This machinery cost is 2 lakh itself. This other electricity will be of 25 lakhs, other will be 20 lakhs, altogether working capital will be of 1 lakh. So altogether it will be viable only of 5 lakh or 6 lakh, 7 lakh. My contribution is 2 lakh and your bank contribution should be 5 lakh. It is the case to case.
Sir, I understand.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And the case should be of PNB, not other banks DL. Okay. I have invited you. I have invited you. My intention is clear. I am giving any one of you to come to Punjab National Bank. You get the opportunity, you start your startup, or if you are running your own unit, you increase the volume by availing loan from the bank. Okay, but only one thing you have to keep in mind. You have to, how you will come out from the bank, this loan, means you have to repay the loan also.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, not we have to be like Abhimanyu. Only we can enter, but we can't come. You have to enter and you have, valiantly you have to come back also. Okay, so if you have such type of things, I am always ready to welcome you. Even I am sharing you my mobile number. You can, if you are having any problem, you can share me. And I have announced, sir, if you allow me, we can organize here a mega credit camp, and particularly of SHG and a small loan. Okay, sir? Very soon I will give the date.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
Thank you, sir.
One
more question, please.
One question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you were asking about land, this land. This is the major problem here. We will discuss it with our government also, Manipur. Okay.
Sir, one more question, please. Regarding this one, the amount allocated or to be sanctioned was not fulfilled, has been explained by this one, our Sir Tottenham. But one more thing is, for example, say a bank has been given a target of 17 beneficiaries. They don't consider all the 17 beneficiaries or loanees. They took only about 10 and the remaining they don't give out. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so I am not in that committee or something like that, so I will not be able to give because you people are there all the time sitting together. So like Shio is saying, in case if it is relating to what you call Punjab National Bank, see to it that you lodge a relevant what you call complaint and write to them. Because everything has to come in the form of writing. One important point which Amengama had raised about the mortgage. Why in the Manipur Land Revenue Act, tribal lands are, there is a provision which are not being made applicable into that. But there is a provision in the Act where that particular provision can be invoked and make the Land Revenue Act apply in a specified, jurisdiction. Whereby, so this you will see in Churachandpur, this you will see in Shanapati, okay, in tribal areas, which we have not seen in OKHRUL, Tamenglong, Chantel, or Tingnabal, whatever it may be. So that provision has to be invoked. I'm just giving you, because you need to understand, unless the provision is invoked, then the land, the fixed asset cannot be mortgaged. Housing loan, if you take a housing loan, the house has to be mortgaged. So the hypothecation is a different thing. If it's a goods, if you are doing what you call working capital finance, then you will go for the hypothecation of the goods for which the bank has financed. But in the case of fixed assets, this provision has to be invoked. Now I'm just giving you what you can do. People have, let me not go into the tip of, but we have to change our thinking process. As a person from here, I'm just giving you the thought that all of us must look into this aspect. Let us not complain, but let us see to it that I should be able to take a housing loan. I should be able to take, not required, you can just apply in UKHRUL, what you call jurisdiction. That is sufficient to start with. So all of us, we need to work on that. And available provision, we should work in that direction whereby the provision can be invoked and then this work can start off. This is only giving an idea. There could be many people who say, hey, if you do like that, the land will be taken. No, it is not so. The simple logic of what is being applied in Nagaland, you take Sikkim, in Mekhala, the same thing can be applied here also. So the alienability, the issue will never be a problem with us also. This is what I'm trying to say. So all of you are having, think about it. We can work for this solution as much earlier. I mean, in a short period of time. All of us, please think of that. That is the only solution. Otherwise, we can always have a debate. But it will not work.
Thank you very much, sir, for your opinion and advice. I think we are running very late and we are deviating from the topic also. So if you have any specific question related to what has been...
Hello. Yes, last one. We are very privileged to have interaction with General Manager and Mr. Thotngam Jamang. One thing very specific is that one of our senior members have already addressed about the mortgage loan and collateral loan. Okay. Please, it is our pressure, it is our request that please take into consideration. Let us not talk into political issue like Manipur this and that, but let us find alternate way so that it is the only way to promote our local entrepreneurship, I think. Yeah. And as our sir have already talked about power, what we call this post machine. You want to make a cashless society. I am a customer of PNP and I'm very proud to have PNP is my bank. Yeah. And I should say that I am very much interested in having a post machine. So I just want to go a little deeper about post machine, like how to apply a post machine and what are the charges and what are the commission and the cash limit. Please, if
you can very well go to any of the PNB branches and they will give the detail regarding how to apply, what to apply, when to apply.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And
please.
then another one is, I'm taking the opportunity of having a discussion or addressing the grievances of our bank. No? Like in a grassroots level, in UKHRUL district, in UKHRUL bank, I think it will be best if you visit during busy time, like pension payment time, and there are lots and lots of customer grievances. I have working with them also, and I feel that the ratio between the customer and the bank staff, it is not proportionated. I think so.
No, I got it.
No,
see, let us. No, wait.
Some issues.
No, I got
it. Thank you very much, sir. Please hear from us, sir.
Thank you.
Let me address in a very simple way. I have been saying right from beginning, we are nothing but cash. Everything is cash. Okay, that is what I have been saying right from morning, even now also. We have to change. We have to move a little bit towards the digital, what we call a transaction. So the cash, reliance on the cash, hard cash, that will be reduced. So one example is a post machine. One example is using online e-commerce transaction. A host of e-related app or whatever it may use, Punjab National Bank, SBI, all are available.
Everybody.
So what we need to do is we need to move a little bit from the cash-based to digital mode. Then overcrowding at the branch level, that is what I've been trying to say. So, like this, in the future also, we will have to take a step forward again, and we will, I think, Shir Shanga of SBI and all the bankers here in UKHRUL can also have a meaningful conversation and a congregation like this and talk about how do we go about on digitization. This can be one of the future course of actions which we will do in UKHRUL. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think this will be the last question from Madam. You are not supposed to ask question, you are supposed to give answers. Yeah, ma'am, go ahead.
Since we are discussing about the digital, I don't know whether I'm going backward or is it not mandatory to have a passbook for a customer and to update one's account? Since the UBI, most of the customers are suffering from not getting their accounts updated. So if one is to withdraw money from their account, the customers, they have to ask the person in the bank how much money they have.
That is why, Madam, sir has told you from cash you have to move digital.
Yes,
can tell you that I have opened a bank account in 2006 and till date I haven't visited my branch. And I am doing all the transactions. You can get messages on your mobile. What is your...
Madam, I have told you, this passbook printing and everything is now very old thing. Yes. Your passbook is with you in your mobile.
But
you
not,
see,
not for everyone.
I was telling you about
everyone
download.
Is not using the smartphone. That is why
What I am telling you, I am not telling that we will not give you the passbook. I am not diffusing this. But I am telling you, now we have to teach our new generation. You see, our mobile is there. PNB One app is there. Just go download. Play Store, PNB One app. Download only. Then everything related to your bank, you will get in the app. You want to see your passbook. Just touch.
Yes,
you will see the passbook.
Just a second to minimize the time consumed.
Suppose you want to want to make a fixed deposit.
Yes, I understand that,
you can make a fixed deposit.
I think here the branches also have to encourage people,
that
sir.
Is why,
I think a special campaign from branch has to be done, sir, for this.
Yeah, branch manager is here. My branch manager is here.
PNB branch manager was there.
PNB branch manager, you come here.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Last question. Do you have any provision for personal loan for the NGO staff? Since we are associating
you see, sir, for personal loan, a specific design, I am telling you, for a specific loan, there is design, your scheme is there in our bank. In that scheme, you have to be fit. Your income should be predetermined. You should have that, not flexible income like that. Have you given your return, your income tax return? If you are giving income tax return and you are eligible, then you will be eligible for this loan.
Yeah, we have been associated with UPI for the last.
Sir, you can go to the branch and you can see the products.
We have
and
been
you can
applied
apply.
for so many times.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it will be, again I am telling you.
If you are eligible, you will get.
Scheme is there. It is also on website for customers domain also. There is nothing hidden. Every scheme is on public domain. you have given a particular that NGO, suppose you are running NGO.
Yes.
So you will be eligible. What is your income? You have to tell. What is your income? How you will repay? There are two types of loan. Again, you understand this. Two types of, one is consumer loan, consumption loan, and another is for generation of income loan. Suppose I am taking car, I am taking house, I am taking personal loan. Then it is for consumption. Okay?
Yes.
I have to pay this loan from my existing other income. And if I am going to run one shop.
No, I mean it's from my salary.
Yes. No, your salary.
Yes, from my salary.
Yes, through your salary you have to pay. Then you have to say that my salary is this, and you have to show your income tax. Okay, sir, you will just contact your branch manager. I am requesting my branch manager
fine.
to organize digital camp. Okay. Always you assure that who is coming to your branch, having PNB One app or not, number one. You ensure that PNB One app, if they are already having PNB One app, so there is no need of coming in the branch. Everything can be done. And one information I am telling you, so many students are also here, and very good audience are also here. Have you heard about digital currency? What is this? Yes? Digital currency. Not yet come. No, that is separate thing. Keep that I am telling you, digital currency is about to come. That will be only in your wallet. You can purchase anything. You can transact it, but you can't take cash. See, suppose I am in my bank. My salary is suppose 1 lakh rupees. Now government has decided 40,000 I am giving you normal currency and 60,000 I am giving you digital currency. So what about 40,000? I can take cash of 40,000, but not cash of 60,000. 60,000 I can purchase anything, but I can't encash it in currency. So time is about to come. Yes, sir. That if digital currency will be there, there will be no physical currency. So my friend, I am telling you, have the habit of this internet banking or mobile banking or app banking and like that. That is a and updation of passbook. So my branch manager, you see, such type of complaint should not be there. If currency, suppose you download the, see, you can resolve the problem from your end. Yeah, okay. So thank you very much. I think we have taken a lot of time to you. Our students are also.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now I'll call Madam, please.
Thank you so much, sir, and all the audiences present here today. I would like to thank all the sirs as well for taking such an active participation.